It's always important to know when something has reached its end. Closing circles, shutting doors, finishing chapters. That quote from Paulo Coelho is such a beautiful nod to my leaving well work. My work is necessary when transition is expected and when it's due to a leader exiting. Recently, my leadership was needed for an interim executive director opportunity with a nonprofit that serves women through workforce and career development. The leadership gap was due to the unexpected death of the executive director who had led the organizations for the past 2 decades. The team is incredibly lovely, and they have done a magnificent job of keeping the operations going in the 4 months since her death. In the midst of their beautiful effort, there's still inevitable conflict, as well as necessary succession strategies that need to be explored. The traditional way of navigating change tends to be conflict-heavy. However, I prefer to weave relationship into the experience of facing conflict, transition, and change. Right before I began this recent engagement, I watched Going to Mars, a documentary about the life of Nikki Giovanni. In it, she says, "The only way to leave something is to transition it." There's a massive difference between change and transition, yet we often meld them together, and in doing that, we risk losing the beauty that can come from fully leaning into the difference. Change is what happens to all of us and is often outside of our control. Transition is how we react and respond to that change. We may not be natural pros at processing and moving through transition in a healthy way, but it doesn't mean we can't learn. So my questions for you are, how do you face conflict? What's your relationship with change? Are you willing to learn more about transition and leaving? You can learn more at my website, naomihadaway.com.